Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Let me know if I'm coming through. Yeah, but apologies for the slightly late start. Minor emergency appeared, but all sorted. No worries. Right. Okay. Talking. Let's go talking about stuff. It's not evening, it's 11 AM. Welcome to the concept of time zones. How's everyone? How is everyone this evening? I do apologise. I've had a busy day and I've forgotten to eat. Normally I really don't like eating on stream, but I've got a little bowl of peanuts that I'm going to be munching on periodically because I'm ravenous. I've not eaten a thing all day. I do apologise for that, but it's going to happen. Got to? Yeah, pretty good day. Well, species mixing between free play like big-headed ants and wood ants in the same colony. Well, we might be able to do that with a form of an eraptor colony, but otherwise, no. Mike-like, yeah. I kind of regret saying that now. The Mike-like thing. No matter. Right, so plan for the day. The plan for the day is quite simply do Formicarium Challenge 2 and then try 3-1. Now, 3-1 is one of the levels that I've got kind of a love-hate relationship with. I can sometimes just win it, and sometimes if I get bad RNG, then it just doesn't work. But I've never claimed to be the best at Empires of the Undergrowth. I only work on the game. But we'll see how we do. If I fail, which is a strong possibility, we'll simply try again next time. Anything fun in Slug Disco happened since the vlog? John's child was born. Little cup of congratulations for John and his little girl who just arrived. As far as, you probably meant on Empires of the Undergrowth, didn't you? Things are going apace at that, although it's not massively interesting if you look at the changelog now, because it's mainly Matt doing his optimizations, which are a really important part of development, but not all that exciting. Done a test and leafcutter mages are strongest ant in the game. By pure stats, they are. But when you take army ant mages into consideration, things get more interesting because they have a buff effect on nearby creatures. Could hibernation style ever be a tier? No, we're not planning on doing an alpine tier. No, that was a one-off level that John did. Okay, right. Well, let's not beat around the let's not prevaricate around the bush, as Wallace would say. Let's just get on with it today. So I'll turn this off, and we will go to the game. And yeah, let's get going. So first things first. Today we are doing Formicarium Challenge 2, which shouldn't be a problem. We should have plenty of resources for that. Okay, I'm going to have to do a little bit of building and collection as well. So let's do a few upgrades in that. Which I haven't bought yet, apparently. So let's do that. How much jelly have we got left? 186. Should probably get a queen upgrade as well. I'm going to go for Royal Guard because I like them. They might not be the optimal choice, but they're cool. So I'm going to get Royal Guard. Splendid. And then I guess we'll get... Yeah. I like Fierce Mother. Okay, right, now we can upgrade some stuff. I lied. It's not just peanuts, there's also cashews in here as well. Just not eaten all day, so I do apologise again. People who don't like to see eating on stream. Let's, I think, have we upgraded all of the... Yeah, the black ants are almost entirely upgraded, so... Make another little expansion to this chamber. When is the update coming out? Which update are you referring to there? There are multiple planned updates. If you mean like the last big update, we don't know yet. Hopefully next year. Closer to time though, we've got Adventure as an extra level. That will be this side of Christmas. I'd have thought. Probably want to expand my, yeah, let's expand... Yeah. A few more wood ants. Not really taking that much care about the chamber kind of shape at the moment, because we're about to relocate the colony anyway, so... really matter so much. Well, when you fail, it's our fault, because you guys distract me. That's why. I'm far too much of a gamer for it to ever be my fault that I lose. Of course. Okay, right. Let's get a few more workers while we're at it. Why not? Doesn't matter. Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone who's just joining us. Then we've got all the food collected from the surface now, so we're probably good to go. Let's just kill this this chappie first. Oh, you upgraded the speed. Yeah, I don't really mind. I know that I'm almost like certain to kind of roll this this challenge, so I'm not being super careful with it. Okay, so everything's fully upgraded. We should have more than enough to win this this challenge. So let's get going.
The colony seems to have made significant progress. Perhaps it is time we began phase 2 of the trial.
Agreed. I will prepare the feeder colonies.
Let's ease them in with a familiar disturbance. Introduce 20 Formica fusca ants.
The Fusca colony is attached, and the ants are on their way.
Dun, 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 dun. Right. I should have recorded the Minecraft eating sound as well, really,
I
before
see they haven't
the
lost
stream.
their potency. Now let's try the Formica rufa ants.
The Rufa will be more aggressive. Our Raptors will need to put up a strong defense. Adding 20 Rufa ants.
Yeah. Peanuts and cashews for my dinner. Not the healthiest, but it is calories. It'll do. Probably have to take a multivitamin or something. Kabara ants
Once
or big
again, our Raptors have neutralized
big
the
ants
threat
be
to
added to
their
the game. No plans.
Good. Continue the experiment as before. But don't push the colony too hard.
Of course not. That would be irresponsible.
Got time to go and grab this food? Probably.
Introducing 40 Rufa ants.
Not that we really needed that, but yeah.
Excellent defense.
Rapid fire is more efficient. It depends what you're fighting.
Increasing to 50 Rufa ants.
Oh no, 50 roofers. Ah. What am I gonna do? Yeah, the splash damage from the mortars can be totally devastating if the enemy's held up.
Good, good. Would it be unfair to help the colony out? Perhaps. But I'm feeling generous. Collect your seeds swiftly, my little ants.
Yeah, we probably don't need the extra food, but we may as well. We've got the time to collect it.
Now, let's see how they handle the Rufa and the Fusca invaders. We will start with 30 of each.
Tell an uncle joke again, please. If one occurs naturally, then I will tell it. But I'm not going to be just
A
put on the spot
wonderful
like that.
victory on 2 fronts.
Yeah, I am even more of an uncle than I was last time, because now I've got 2 nieces and a
We
nephew
should
instead of
try
1 niece.
3 colonies this time. Introducing 30 of each Rufa, Fusca, and Repta ants.
Good, good. A little helping hand for what comes next. Collect it quickly. Faster, faster.
Favourite IRL ant is the... I've said it before, haven't I? Plenty of times. It's the trapjaw.
I wonder how long they will survive against a sustained flow from all 3 colonies. Let's see.
Yeah, sorry if I'm not being that exciting, but this isn't... I've done this hundreds of times, and I'm sure
You're doing
most of you
well,
guys
my
have as well.
intrepid Reptans, but what's this?
Time to start
Giant
defending a bit
tiger
closer to
beetle has
the
joined
queen
the fray.
for when the spiders arrive.
And another, and another. Oh no, 3 tiger beetles.
Oh no! 3 tiger beetles! Whatever are we to do? Just disable combat so most of them can come back to the to where the queen is now for when the spiders arrive in a short while. Spooders incoming. Gotta stop this. I keep picking out the cashews from the peanuts. I'm just going to end up with a whole bowl of peanuts.
Good work, my little ants. But what's this? 1, 2, 3, 9, 10 wolf spiders. It hardly seems fair.
You recommended your English teacher to play this game. Maybe he's watching. Maybe he got really into Empires of the Undergrowth and decided to watch funny streamer guy play it. Male scientist,
Queen is in danger. Perhaps I should stop the experiment.
why are you trying to imitate me? He does strike me as the kind of guy who is weird and then would get super, super annoyed if someone did actually mock him, even in the slightest, gentlest way. Does seem like that type, yeah. Playing Empires of the Undergrowth on your Steam Deck? Good on ya. I've played a bit on the Steam Deck. I'm going to try to see if I can stream from the Stream Deck and do a stream at some point where I just play a level of Empires on the Steam Deck. It's totally doable. The game is very, very playable on Steam Deck. Oh yeah?
Yes, yes! Victory to the Raptor!
What's going on here?
Yes, the ants performed excellently against the Rufa. They just staved off an attack from 40 Rufa ants.
40? I think that's enough for now. We don't want to overstress them.
Agreed.
Seriously, my guy? Oh, that doesn't work, does it? Blimey. This is supposed to be... Yeah. I've been messing with camera settings, and it's clearly not all translated through. But yeah, this is supposed to be a full screen kind of... Oh, you can see the See the lava in the background. There you go. There you go. A full screen mic. That's what this is supposed to be. Yeah, there we are. Anyway, back to the game. Jelly. It's just going to collect everything.
Continue to watch over the Formicarium. Additional experiments will be on hold for the time being.
I understand. No more tests.
Now we've got to upgrade. We've got no choice really, because we've got to spend food. So I'm just gonna buy a bunch of wood ants. Let's keep the workers in here so things happen a bit quicker. Is royal jelly tasty? I believe you can actually buy bee jelly. I think you can. That is a thing you can actually buy. So someone would have to tell me. Although, of course, the royal jelly in Empires of the Undergrowth is not supposed to be bee jelly. That's just a name the scientists gave it. They don't really know where it comes from. Very few people do. Will there be Herbara diversa? No, not planned. Yeah, the final species, we'll hopefully talk about them this side of the new year. But maybe not, it depends. It's basically going to come down to when we've got some nice artwork to show for them. We'd like to do a nice little video at the same time, you know, as a nice little marketing thing. You know, you've got to think about these things. Okay. To build even more stuff. You ever get a mode that shows the older versions? Probably not. The older stuff was never really brought up to scratch, and it would be a silly waste of our time now to go back and work more on that version when it's never intended to be a commercial product. I mean, if I get the permission of the guys to do it, I could do a stream where we kind of play through some of it, but it's in nowhere near as polished a form as what the actual game is now. Think we've got everything? Yeah. Cool. Right. Let's rehouse.
The counterpart colony has been delivered. We need to commence preparation for the final experiment. After that, we can dispose of the specimens and close the project. You should begin transplanting our ereptors into the modular Formicarium, and be careful with the queen.
Yes, I know how to use a trowel.
Ugh.
Mike, do you know nests do not transfer between Formicarium? Do they not? I was trying to spend resources so I could collect all the food, friend. I wasn't literally trying to expand my nest because I thought I was keeping it.
Close the project? Bah! Did you hear that? Final experiment, my foot! I'm in charge of the colony, and I will decide when we've finished testing. There. All set in your new home. Grow quickly, my little ants. We have lots of work to do.
Why is the male scientist evil? What is evil? How do you define evil? The dichotomy of good and evil is one of the greatest philosophical debates that has been raging since time immemorial. I think it's a bit outside the scope of this stream. Right, okay. Let's get going. I'm just gonna have another little handful of peanuts, and then we shall get going on 3-1. See how we do. Scientist 2 isn't evil, just exploring the boundaries of science. That's certainly what he'd tell you, yeah. Right, okay. 3-1, the harvest. Let's go. Let us go. I'm going to choose taunt because I like taunt. I'm ready to see some 10-10 leafcutter play. You're on the wrong stream then, my friend.
This young queen has successfully raised her first daughters beneath the leaf litter of the rainforest floor. The nutritious fungus she fed them as larvae is now dwindling. If they don't find food quickly, they will all starve. The juicy grubs nearby are a staple meal for many underground opportunists, but for now at least, they will go ignored. This budding Atacephalotis leafcutter colony has only one viable source of food, and it must be collected above ground. The small scouting party of minor workers could lead any number of deadly jungle creatures back to their undefended queen. They will need time and luck on their side.
Yeah,
the workers have located a patch of young seedlings, just what they were looking for. The leaves are soft enough to be sliced up with ease and carried back to the nest.
For the first 10-15 minutes of this, I'm just going to concentrate and not really look at
chat. The harvested leaf chunks are not eaten directly. Instead, they are used by the very smallest minim workers to cultivate a nutritious fungus.
Isn't evolution marvellous that it created an ant that has to go through this process to get its food? Wonderful demonstration of evolution. Yeah, I'm not a speedrunner.
The ants' activities outside the nest have not gone unnoticed. They are being watched.
We'll see how we do. If again, like I said, if I end up failing, we'll just try again next time, and just this series ends up being a bit longer. I think famously, Dan, our marketing manager, when he streamed this level, I think it took him 4 attempts to beat it on normal. It's a tricky level if you don't know what you're doing. And then, even if you do know what you're doing, unless you're, you're really trying to sweat lord it, then you can still be overtaken by the enemy colony quite easily. I'm going to have to think about a refuse chamber soonish. But we probably want to kill this thing.
A brightly patterned jumping spider, Casviri D. purpureus, has subdued one of the workers. This expert solo hunter combines extreme agility with incredible forward vision, allowing it to pounce on unsuspecting prey with pinpoint accuracy.
Oh, waskily waskle there. Dressed up as a clown. Welcome, Dipping. No need to apologise for being late. We saved you a seat. Speed tiles can really help on this level. We are now going to have to do some refuse chambers, though.
The most accessible leaves are located to the north of the nest entrance. However, another atta colony has already laid claim to them. The close proximity of these nests places the two colonies in direct competition with one another. Time will tell which has the potential to grow into a great empire, and which will submit to the unforgiving law of the Undergrowth.
I should have done it sooner, but yeah, you find yourself supply blocked if you don't get refuse sooner. Speaking of the Steam Deck, I ordered a dock for it, so that means I'll probably get some more use out of it. Because I go away not very often, and the Steam Deck's great. It was great when I was on holiday last month, but I don't tend to use it much apart from that. So I've got the dock, so I can connect it to a TV, and then it'll probably be much more useful to kind of play party games and such like. Yeah, I played a bunch of Elden Ring on the Steam Deck, and it works remarkably well for such a a complex modern game. To actually play that on a handheld system is really remarkable. But I've also been playing that on my regular PC as well, because I've got a good PC. Why wouldn't you play a game that's as beautiful as that one is? On a large monitor. Okay, right. We should really think about expanding a bit more now. Right, media. Time to think about media. Isn't it, Phil? A little leaf hopper boy there. Be careful I don't disturb any of these things until a bit later on, so just be careful with the digging.
As the sun sets below the horizon, and the thick rainforest canopy shrouds all but the slightest glimmer of moonlight, the predators of the night begin to emerge.
Do the next level on insane difficulty? No. I am not an insane difficulty player. If you want to play a game on insane difficulty, be my guest. But I find it more stressful than enjoyable. That's just me. There is no correct difficulty to play on. Play on whatever you feel comfortable playing. Difficulty shaming is one of the few real cringe things in this world. Yep, if you are interested in insane difficulty playthroughs, then talk to Solstitian, who is our mod on our Discord, and he runs his own Discord called the ICS, or Insane Completionist Slugs. And they are very much involved with like speed runs and insane difficulty level playthroughs. That's their bag, baby, but it's not mine. Though I am on that server just for the sake of, you know, interest and keeping an eye on things. Hungry Spider stream. Yeah, on Halloween, which I believe is a Monday this year, I will be doing a Hungry Spider stream. Much to my distaste, because I'm almost certain to fail. But that's fine, as long as it's entertaining. Starting to get the economy up and running properly now. That is a thing with leafcutter levels. There is a bit of a slow start to them, generally speaking. Well, you get the economy on its feet, but once you get going, though, you can really kind of gather momentum and. So yeah, we've got a full chamber of miners now. So I'll concentrate more on minims, not minims, sorry, on mediae. Still plenty of food over here. Doing fine. Great, I can get another media. Close all these down. Obviously, I've read them all before. But on a first-time playthrough, I would thoroughly recommend people read every message that pops up. We're going to impress that point when the tutorial comes as well, actually. Okay, still food over here. Can probably move the marker down to this point to make sure they get these ones. Full chamber of miners, that sounds wrong. Only because the internet has ruined you. Good night, Salad Squid. Have a nice sleep. Come on, do something. I'm not a performing monkey. I'm not about to dance for you. Over here now. He thinks are starting to speed up now. It is a satisfying thing to do, getting your leafcutter economy on its feet and then just seeing it ramp up and things just get faster and faster. Be a small lull while we move to the other side of the clearing for leaf collection. I might do an enemy nest attack, actually. The problem with it is that it's kind of a cheesy tactic right now because the AI is bugged. Like, if you attack and get far enough into their nest, they just simply won't leave the nest ever again. But I might end up doing that anyway, just so I don't have to replay this level. My dad said I can have extra time to watch the stream. What a... Dad points there. Dad points for that man. Yeah, your dad knows some good content when he sees it. Corridors are prolonged choke points. Correct, Sol, which is why our game would not work very well in a PvP environment. It wouldn't work very well in multiplayer, if multiplayer was a versus mode. We'd have to come up with some other design ideas, to be honest. Not saying we can't do that in the future, but it probably won't be for Empires of the Undergrowth. Another project in the future we are likely to do multiplayer for. Think about it from the get-go, as opposed to kind of, get 6 years into the project and then think, can't really do it now. Didn't think about it sooner enough. Leafcutters are so satisfying to watch. I remember when we first got the leaf climbing system working, along with the animations, and it was like, oh, chef's kiss moment. I was like, yeah, this is going to work. Most busy-looking little ants. Ecosystem is a goofy game. Yeah, it is. It creates some interesting-looking things, doesn't it? But those are things that have evolved to work in that world. They literally have. That's
Daybreak has arrived, and the creatures of the night scurry back to the dark crevices of the undergrowth. For the ants, however, the objectives of the day remain unchanged. Locate vegetation, defend supply lines, and process leaves. There is no time for rest.
Entertainment or anything else. Just work until you die, ants. In a way, they're the ultimate capitalists. It's a silly thing to say. Good, okay. Yeah, we're doing pretty nicely, actually. The difference between me and the opponent is only 500-ish, 500, 600. It's pretty good. I think it's time we moved on to pastures greener. So let's go up here. And then probably the next night, I'll start harassing them so they get a bit, they fall behind a bit. But I can think about mages now. You don't need many mages, I find.
The ants will fight to the death.
Where are we fighting? Who are we fighting? Oh, the jumping spider. Yeah. Get out of here, you bum.
The leafcutters have raised their first major ant. Its swollen head is filled with muscle to power its crushing jaws. Few stand against it in combat and escape unscathed. This champion warrior will make a fine addition to the colony.
Points for anyone who can tell me what that's a reference to. Fine addition. I'm sure someone can, because this is the internet in 2022. Yes, it's Star Wars. Everyone knows that meme. General Grievous. Or mages? Six mages is probably plenty for this level, to be honest. But I will get a few more mediae as well, so I'll expand this chamber out a bit.
General Kenobi! You are the bold one.
Mike, doesn't Adapt look like a game from 2008 called Spore? What a revelation! You spotted direct influence or inspiration. Yes, that happens. Yes, it is a... Adapt is a Spore-like. Yes, it is. But it's concentrating on the creatures, though, not cells or interstellar travel. Yeah, you're right. We should definitely get, or at least upgrade our our refuse chambers now, so yeah, because we are getting to the kind of a tipping point with our colony where things are starting to really ramp up. I mean, we're not far behind the opponent at all now. So yeah, definitely to stop ourselves getting supply locked later. Supply blocked, I should say. Full leaf stores. Ah, what a wonderful problem to have. Yeah, I'll expand the leaf chamber as well. Yeah, but what are your guys' thoughts, by the way? I'm streaming this at 1080p, but my internet's well capable of doing above that. I've only seen one other kind of mainstream streamer do it. That's Jeffrey Shee, Trump, who streams Hearthstone. But yeah, what are your thoughts at streaming at like 1440p? Because that's becoming a much more common format for gaming PCs. So let me know what you think. I mean, I know most people probably still have 1080p monitors, but it's becoming not uncommon to have above that. So let me know what you think. Right, okay, let's get more media. Right, we're practically toe-to-toe with the opponent now, so I don't think we're going to have much in the way of problems. Although I should have moved these guys on quicker. Let's go over here. $1080p is good enough. Yeah, fair enough. It was just a thought. Ooh. We do want those, after all.
The battle has begun.
Yeah, for the sake of not having to resize, the display, the game display, I'm playing it in 1080p, despite the fact that I've got a 4K monitor. So I'm just looking at a window, which OBS is. OBS is kind of making it look like it's full screen, but I'm not playing it on a full screen. I might have a go, like I might do a stream where I stream at 1440p and see if anyone cares, and if they don't, then it's probably more trouble than it's worth. It's not called spawn camping, it's called tactical positioning. Yes, that's what I said to every person complaining in voice chat when I play Team Fortress 2 Spy and just hang outside spawn. Tactical positioning, guys. Get good. Yeah, the reason I'm going up here, there's much easier leaves here that I could collect, but if I go up here, this is one of the harvesting spots for the enemy colony, and they will. This will absolutely disadvantage them taking their leaves before they've even properly got there. I can get another major. I'm going to. Can you tell me roughly when the next update is? I literally can't, my friend. Unfortunately, we're not a big enough team to have like kind of definite plans like that. Things are completed when they're completed. Some tasks are much faster to complete than others. Some tasks take a lot longer than we think. So even our internal estimates are often very wrong. So I'm afraid I can't, because we literally don't know ourselves. I mean, you've seen how even the really big boys who make big games like like Cyberpunk 2077, for instance, famously couldn't pin down a release date. And even when they did, they delayed it several times. We're not any better than they are, and no one is great at it. But the really big updates you'll get some notice for, like a few weeks. Can we at least talk about the bulletin? You can talk about it if you like, but I've got nothing to share with you kind of yet. We haven't started working on it yet. But the Bulletant, for anyone who doesn't know, will be an end-of-game bonus. You'll be able to unlock the Bulletant after the campaign is completed with Royal Jelly, and then add it to your Ereptor colony and take it into free play. That was a Kickstarter reward tier that was reached because, a stretch goal. So yeah, we're in excess of the enemy colony's leaves now. So I'm thinking we just want to up the mediae, which are the most efficient leaf collectors, and we shouldn't have too much problem completing this. I'm a bit sad Mesa barbarus is not coming. There's literally thousands of ant species, and we can't do them all. The ones we've chosen for good reasons, for them being either interesting or practical. Tabs will almost certainly be the strongest units in the game. Yeah, they're going to be... if anyone's ever played Command & Conquer Red Alert, I imagine them kind of like the Mammoth tanks. Huge, expensive units. Not necessarily the most cost-efficient.
Night falls, and under the cloak of darkness, velvet worms, bush crickets, and harvestmen emerge from their hiding places. Any ant straying from the relative safety of the trail
very close
will
now to the enemy.
Meet with an unfortunate end.
I think it's probably time that we pushed our luck a little and started out having a bit of a scrap with them. Yeah, I think what we're going to do is start a bit of a fight here, pick a fight here, and then just move on to these leaves here, which isn't that much more distant.
These leaves are contested. The leafcutters will generally not attack unless provoked. But tonight, there is too much at stake. Only a strong show of force will deter the opposing colony.
Let's have a fight. Just very briefly, let's disable food gathering so that we can have a proper scrap, and then we'll move on once we've pushed them back.
An ant has fallen prey to a wandering harvestman. Its long, slender legs keep its vulnerable body elevated high above the leaf litter, and when threatened, it can release strong-smelling odors to deter other predators. A stern response will be needed to drive this striding nuisance away.
Okay. They've retreated, I think.
Overwhelmed by the defensive leafcutter forces, the harvestman decides to make a swift exit.
Our velvet worm is going to be like bombardier beetles, where the slime attack once, and then it has a massive cooldown. I think
leafcutters aren't the only ants nearby. Whilst the two atta colonies joust for territory, Odontomachus bowery trapjaws roam the clearing. They can be found hunting alone or in small packs for vulnerable invertebrates to take back to their nest. They use snapping jaws to bludgeon their targets, exerting 300 times their body weight in a single blow.
Right, yeah. I think they'll use their slime cannons more regularly than the bombardier beetles use their spray. And you'll get to play them in Adventure in the not-too-distant future. Here are the mages that they spawn. The cheetahs. Might have to go and get some more, yeah, a bit of an itchy throat. I might have to go and get some more lemonade, guys, so I might go into, you know what this means, don't you? You know what this means. I will have to BRB.
Pills, some pills here, which is food, and we need to harvest that. Plenty, because there's a lot more food on this map. John, to build our colony. Recognise that the other map was a bit stingy as far as food goes. So yeah, put more food here. We need to define a tile. I think an area food made the other map a bit more challenging for our not everyone ants to store the food. So I'm just going to use this tool here. So I've got to be to create a larder. I want a bit more food before I come back here too. And this is going to be the area that the ants store the food for us. I'm not going to lead a chamber directly to my queen because as soon as she's once they've done that, they'll start rearranging. Can't reproduce any more the pills. So instead, I'm going to the trick to enter this tunnel that's a little bit long maximum, so it's not directly caved in. Is they're now storing in which you attack things like down here. I'm pretty sure is the mother loads get death food. Once we start to come along and a bit more similarly the food as well. There's food there, but there's also great. So I'm not okay. And just run in there. We're going to need a few more workers, not too many. I found in this demo we can get to before we can overdo it with enemies because workers are free to respawn. So, but if you look when I carry on put down a worker thing. I'm just on 5 each. Enemies will try and run towards my corner. So I'm just gonna have maybe that many for now. Taking it back to the storage chambers, like worker chamber up here. And I'm not sure about this. Along they come. There's no system to. I don't intend to prepare the area to. So these are now come down here. Work in one of these tiles, and then they'll come along to the queen. Grab a reliably informed. Grab an egg from her. I will pop them in the chamber, and then when these fellas hatch, or these ladies rather hatch, they'll be workers. Oh, look at that animation. So yeah, okay, we've got 7 workers, and I think we should probably choose a bit have a few. It's like popcorn. It's very satisfying to watch. Because we've got some lovely and fresh-faced workers ready to help us to kill us in our quest for Underground domination. We'll go into battle. They'll immediately come and add new workers will come and prepare those soldiers to these blackout tiles. But these won't hatch until the ant.
Get absolutely rolled, guys. No, I'm not muted. I know I've got a habit of doing that. Get wrecked. Get trolled, nerds. What's really going to bake your noodle later on is, though, was I actually muted? And I'm just pretending? Is it copium on my part? Or is it copium on your part?
The ants must fight.
Who are we fighting? Oh, Trapjaws. No biggie. Mike, I have an idea for Formicarium Challenge 5. Well, let's hear it. I mean, we won't use it because we've already recorded the dialogue for Formicarium Challenge 5. But I'm always happy to hear your ideas. Be cool to get at least one level 3 major, but I think we're doing just fine this game, by the way. I don't think we've got much danger of losing unless I deliberately throw it. We'll certainly get a few more, yeah, minor ants. I'm avoiding digging out creatures because I don't think you need to on this level. I mean, if I feel like I absolutely must,
The battle has begun.
I think we're doing just fine. Then I will, but yeah. Wonder how I'll cope with tier 4 actually when we get there in a few weeks' time, because I've not actually sat down and played those levels all the way through. I've played lots of bits of them for testing purposes, but start to finish, I haven't done it. Certainly not after the last balance pass, anyway. So yeah, maybe I'll do horribly, and maybe I'll start to agree with some of the guys on the Steam forums.
As the sun rises over the treetops above, the diurnal jungle invertebrates emerge once again to replace their nighttime counterparts. The ants will remain steadfast in their efforts. All must be risked for the harvest.
Will there be maintenance costs in free play? John's kind of sidestepped that by having the what he calls upkeep, which just makes things more expensive later in the game. So I don't think so. But you never know. That's free play is a very open kind of game mode. There's plenty of things that can be changed about it. Yes, we get our level 3 major. That was my aim. Will this game be moddable? Maybe. Making an Unreal Engine 4 game easily moddable without just releasing the source code, which we're not going to do, takes quite a lot of thought. Maybe is the answer there. And it'll be post-release, not before. Okay, for the last stretch, because we're only a couple of thousand leagues off winning now, I think I'm going to get the ones a bit closer to home. So we'll come over here, just for the sake of speed. Ah, bugger.
These rove beetle larvae are distant relatives
Thankfully,
of the
everyone's on their way
European
home anyway.
devil's coach horse. Despite a few million years of separation, they share the same carnivorous appetite, razor-sharp pincers, and most importantly, a fearsome final form.
That'll get him.
The hillside atta colony is falling behind. With their demise at hand, they have no choice but to strike back at their opponent.
Losers. Yeah, so they're sending a few ants down in a little raiding party, but it shouldn't be a problem.
The ants must fight.
Sorted. Oh, I forgot to press the button. Too late now. Starts with Scientist 1 flying to Africa.
The ants have subdued their rivals and achieved dominion over the clearing. As the competition withers, they will extend their territory in all directions, firmly establishing their agricultural empire. One day this colony will number in the millions.
GG, easy, plus L, plus ratio. Isn't this plant pretty? Don't get to see it very often. Enemy skill issue indeed. Okay.
How is the colony progressing?
The Queen is exhibiting interesting new behaviors. I believe the colony is beginning to adapt.
Right. Well, that's that done. We have accomplished the goal we set out to do. So, my enduring Ereptos. Let's have a chat. I'll just save this and we'll come back to it next time. Okay, so let's go to talking. And let me just rearrange my desktop a little. Little background music on, and yeah, let's just have a chat for 10-15 minutes about stuff. See, yeah, if anyone's got any burning questions that you think I'll be able to answer without obviously giving too much away or anything, then feel free to ask. I'll tell you my idea for Formicarium 5. Feel free, like I said earlier, yes. Mike, get ready. There's another Mike form coming in the Discord server, but almost certainly. This happens every time I'm on camera. Which is fine. Does Scientist 1 play Minecraft? Does Scientist 1 play Minecraft? Alright, let's have a think. I think she's in her early 30s. That's where I kind of imagine her age-wise. So that's in 2022. So I suspect that she, at kind of the height of Minecraft, 2011, 2012, she would have been in her late teens to early 20s. So I think there's a strong possibility that she has played Minecraft. Yes, and that is by far the weirdest question I've ever been asked. Can you leak some vocals? I'm unfortunately, it's not in my it's neither in my power nor my interest to leak too much stuff early. The only person who has ever properly leaked anything is Liam, and he can do that because he's a director and no one can fire him. Cool if you guys can do a challenge where you fight a termite colony. How about like 2 whole levels where you fight a termite, or even 3? How old is Scientist 2? I don't know. There's again, this is not official lore, but I imagine him as slightly older than Scientist 1. Just kind of how I envisage him in my mind. So maybe mid-30s, maybe a little younger than I am. I'm 38, so kind of slightly younger than me. I think I imagine roughly the same age as say Liam or John. I'm the oldest member of the Slug Disco team. Liam and John are kind of 30, 36, 37, and I'm 38. Are Scientist 1 and 2 married? I don't think Scientist 2 has any relationships, and I don't think he has any interest in any relationships. He's got more concerns. Scientist 1 probably has a partner of some description, but I don't know about married. Still here since Dad let me more time. Hats off to your dad. Letting your kids stay up a little bit longer to watch something nice and wholesome is good parenting. Again, claps to that dad for good dadding. I made a free play named Watching Mike's Stream. Well, I wish you the best of luck with it. I hope it doesn't let you down. Not wanting to make spoilers, but will the whole royal jelly mutant type creature be expanded on in the future? Do you mean... well, obviously, you can see from Formicarium Challenge 4, and a little bit from the end of Formicarium Challenge 3, that the royal jelly is indeed a plot point rather than just a game currency. So you'll see a little bit more about the jelly. Yeah. What's your favourite ant in real life? I answered that earlier. It's the trapjaw. Let's ask the real question. Does Scientist 2 like fried chicken? Trust me, it's relevant. I don't think he's likely to be a vegetarian, but he does come across as someone who might be quite picky with his food. So maybe he doesn't like fried chicken. Maybe he thinks it's a bit heavy. I love fried chicken. You can tell just by looking at my chin. What's your favourite level? My favourite level is 1-2. I love the atmosphere and the music, and I love the funnel web spiders as enemies. I think they're great. Are termites in story mode tier 5 going to have their kings and queens seeable? I think so. Yeah, I think that's in the plans. But yeah, that's no secret that tier 5 will feature termites in them. They're not the focal species, obviously, but they are there. What's the option of Scientist 2 on... The option, I'm assuming you mean the opinions of Scientist 2 on pineapple on pizza. He probably loves pineapple on pizza. Like any truly insane person. Oh, I shouldn't have said that, should I? But in my humblest of humble opinions, pineapple is a really fantastic way to ruin a lovely ham pizza. Hawaiian pizza. Can we play as termites free play in tier 5? Perhaps. Yeah, I've said this before. They're going to be implemented fairly similar to an ant species. So I don't see why John wouldn't eventually want to put them in free play. It seems like it's not definite. It's not like on the list of to-dos, but I don't see why he wouldn't when it would be a relatively simple task to do. So I think termites in free play is quite possible, but not definite. Gonna have carpenter ants in the future. Not planned. Not planned. They were one of the carpenter ants that kind of split themselves open and spread goo everywhere. Were one of the kind of thoughts we had for the old version of the game. It's very much an RTS-like thing. You know, it reminds me of banelings from StarCraft. But ultimately, we don't need them. So they're not currently in the plans, no. What about the Ereptor Colony's option of fried chicken and pineapple pizza? This is getting a little too meta now. But I don't imagine the... I don't imagine the Ereptor Colony would complain about the toppings of their pizza. They would just eat it. You guys are weird. And here I am, sat there on a Thursday night, looking at your comments and reading through them. As part of my job. This is my job. Will there be a workshop? You mean a Steam workshop? That's if we ever get round to doing any kind of meaningful mod support. So the answer is a maybe with a giant question mark at the end there. Why are Velvet Ants so cute? You'll have to ask Evolution that. Evolution? Why are Velvet Ants so cute? Like we are just normal chat. Very normal. Highly normal is having a chat with you guys. Any plans to make EOTU 2 in the future? Maybe. I mean, we're all game developers now. The Empires of the Undergrowth sustains our livelihoods. The livelihoods of 6 people full-time. And we love what we do. So who knows what the next project would be. But Empires of the Undergrowth 2 could happen. Can we have plushies? Because they would be great for the economy. You can see my plushie just there, next to my thumb. That's a woodworm plushie, which was a Kickstarter reward, and it's an interesting item. I think if we were going to do proper plushies, we'd have to come up with a proper ant one, because woodworm and maybe not the best subject for plushies. Bull ants not planned. No, we know they're in the old logo. But bull ants are not planned. Maybe we'll skip Empires of the Undergrowth 2 and go straight to Empires of the Undergrowth 3. Just for the sake of it. If you could have your own tier, what would it be? It would probably be like honeypot ants, maybe the Australian kind of honeypot ants, because we've not been to that part of the world yet. But that's not what the 5th tier is, by the way. That's just me answering that question. Commit reverse valve and skip the 2. Absolutely. Sell more woodworm plushies. Unfortunately, they're all bespoke. They were handmade by a friend of ours. Again, shout out to Jenny, our friend, who made these. They're all handcrafted items, and there wasn't a manufacturing process as such, so we can't sell them. And the amount of time it takes to make them meant that there were a very, very limited number of them anyway. No to weaver ants. Weaver ants live in trees and make conical nests out of leaves. They just don't fit in our systems. Any special DLCs planned? No DLC at all is planned yet. Well, let's get to version 1.0 before we start thinking about DLC. Will weaver ants be in the game? No, as I've just said. Okay. Right, okay. Natural end to things arriving, I believe. Someone telling me about bull ants. I just answered that question. Right, yes, let's call it there then. Thanks for joining me. I found 3-1 to be far easier than I thought I was going to. But that's probably because I knuckled down and just really concentrated on the early game and therefore naturally beat the opponent without much difficulty, which is what that level's about, really. So, right. We are going to call it there. And the plan is for next week, just a regular stream again. Let me just have a look at my calendar here. Yeah, regular stream for the next couple of weeks, so on the 20th and the 27th. Unless something comes up or I have to change the date for something. But then after that, I will do a stream on the 31st, Monday, which will be the Halloween stream. And we'll do a nice spooky stream, and I will play Hungry Spider. And probably fail, like most people do, because that level is incredibly difficult, and very few people have actually won it. Shout out to Man of the Ants, who did it on stream just a few weeks back. I'll hope to reproduce his success, but I'm not hopeful, and neither should you be. But I will not make the same mistake I made when I tried a couple of years ago, which is to have arachnophobia mode on, so all the spiders are wearing hats, and you can't tell the size of some of them in that way. So I won't be doing that this time. I'm going to be a sweaty tryhard about it. And then I'm going to get really, really annoyed when I fail. Okay. See you next time, guys. Thanks for joining me. I'm out of here.